fais-moi plaisir. Vas-y, mets-toi à ton aise. Ce soir, je veux que l'on s'aime. Je veux pas qu'il y ait de gêne. Que la sensualité règne. Let me be your man.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with the beautiful Annabelle.
Hey guys.
Hey. So today we're going to be talking about double standards when it comes to men and women. This is a conversation I'm passionate about. I'm about to get into it. Okay, so we wrote a little list here. What should we start with? Body count?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's do that.
We'll start with body count. What do you think about body count in general?
Honestly, I think you can do what you want to do. You are grown. So long as you consent it, cool. However, personally for me, I think that body count does count a little bit. Only because, especially if it counts if you're doing it with friends, guys who are friends. Like, why would you want them to be able to speak about you like that? Other than that, do you? If they don't, if you've got a guy New York, guy Toronto, London, and Brisbane, or whatever, do you? You know, especially if you're single, do you? But just be smart about it. Be protected while you're doing it. Don't leave too much evidence on your trail. That's it. Other than that, because when men do it, oh, he's the guy, high five, yeah, this, yeah, that. But for women, it's automatically she's a hoe. Automatically she's this. Automatically she's that. If a man wants you, he don't care how many men you've been with. If he wants a virgin, go find a virgin.
Cause like I've met so many guys who their body counts. I've heard so many guys say, I don't even know. They have gone to a level where they don't even know what the body count is. So I'll be like, so would you date a girl with a higher body count as you, or a similar, like the exact same number as you, automatically? Oh, hell no. No. I'm like, why? Oh, no, a girl, she can't do that. Like, she can't have a lot of people in her. It's like, but it's the same thing. But they feel like, I don't know how they think.
I think my brother has told me before that men are dogs. They don't expect us now to be dogs. You know, no man wants to sit there and be like, yeah, he's in the room and 10 of the guys in the room have been through his girl. Like, you as a woman shouldn't want that either, to know that you're in a room and there's like, okay, there's Tyrone, there's Devontae, there's Paul. You don't want that.
You don't want that, yeah.
You don't want that, but I mean, like, I wouldn't want my daughter doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I can't point a finger at a girl who's living her best life and doing her. Like, for example, if we was to talk about Lori Harvey, like, beautiful girl. From what's out there in the news, I don't know her, but allegedly when you go onto Instagram, Shade Room, whatever, she's been with P. Diddy. She's been with P. Diddy's son. She's been with Future, of all people, right? She's been with all these guys, and now she's with Michael B. Jordan, and they're talking about I love yous and stuff. Like, that just goes to show, you know, you can kiss your frogs to find your prince. A real man will damn about your past, because he knows. He knows she's been with all these guys. But I don't think a regular girl like you and I don't think we could do that. Right, with dad, his son, another guy, and they're all practically in the same circle, and then get wifey down.
I think with Lori, do you see how she was treated different from Future? You see, Future has like 9 baby mothers. Is it like 9? I don't even know how many baby mothers he has. He has a lot. But guys, they see that they worship him. Like, oh, Future's the man. Future's the man. He got Sierra. He got this. He got that. But when Lori played him, oh, I was happy that somebody was able to break Future's heart. I was actually like, I think so, because he was like tweeting out subs and making all this stuff. songs and
But
stuff.
he's always tweeting a lot. He's a little Twitter.
Twitter fingers. Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
I think the dad and son thing, that was like, but everything else, I was like, you know what? Like, these are like, it's not like she's messing around with useless boys, I'd say. These are men that are actually well established. And the thing with...
So does that not make it, with them still being well established, that they can still be useless?
You know what? That's...
Having money don't make you a man. A man makes the money. A lot of these guys,
they think they
like
just...
Rick Ross, for example, you think if Rick Ross was any regular guy, he would have the caliber of girls that he has?
That is true. That is true.
A man can be wealthy and he can dominate the industry that he's in, but outside of that, he's worthless.
That is true.
I think a lot of her picks are worthless men, but I think maybe Michael B. Jordan, I think he doesn't fall into the worthless category, maybe. Because of the type of guy that he is. I mean, that's their love story. If it works for them, it works for them. But with body count, I just say, as women, I get how and why it can be judgmental. Because if I found out my daughter, at the age of, how old is Laurie? 25, 24, or whatever?
I think she's young, like really young, yeah? 20.
Yeah, she's in her 20s. She's still in her prime. But if I had found out that my daughter, that she had done this,
What if you found out that your son?
Same thing.
Same thing? Okay.
Same thing. Because again, it goes back to, for me personally, maybe as Africans and stuff like that, for me it goes back to spiritual stuff. You're sleeping with all these women, the Baulia Bashans and all of this stuff, like, you know.
So tired.
I don't want my guy. And then God forbid you get all these chicks pregnant, now have to deal with all these girls and their babies, and I'm gonna welcome them, they're my grandchildren, but would I want you to settle down with one girl? Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't want you to just everywhere, no.
Yeah, so I like that you have that mentality, because most parents, they're just like, he's a boy, he can do whatever.
No.
He can do whatever. That goes into like our next point of how parents treat their girls / their boys. Like, when I have my kids, I want them to be equal. If my son is not doing this, my daughter is not doing it either. If my daughter's not doing it, my son's not doing it either. Because what are you teaching your son? So he can do all this stuff to women. And then...
And be a worthless man.
And exactly. And it's like... That's how, like you said, like they'll impregnate so many people.
And then you start dealing with the crazy baby mothers. Now I've got to deal with the crazy baby mother coming up to my house and doing stuff.
And what if, like, you don't need, like, yeah, you don't even know these people. Like, because most guys, I feel like when they can do it with anybody. They do it with anybody. You don't know what kind of, like, you know, let's say a baby is involved now. You have to deal with that person's family as well.
Right.
You don't know what kind of family they come from.
You don't know their beliefs.
You don't know their beliefs.
You don't know, like they talk, especially if it's a man who's famous, a celebrity. There are women who literally target them so they can have babies. Like, I was watching Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, and Bow Wow was talking about his new son, and literally he had met the mother on a night out, had a one-night stand,
she got pregnant.
and then she got pregnant.
Isn't that, I think the same thing happened with Future. With Future, one of his baby mothers. Yeah, I think her. So that's what happened. So he wanted nothing to do with her, and she's getting
credit her so much.
Yeah, and she's getting mad, but at the same time, it's like, although I'm not gonna victim blame, but it's like, you knew what type of person he was. If a man has already 8 baby mothers and you see how he treats all his 8 baby mothers, what makes you think you're going to be treated differently?
I think it's that thing that we have as women where we believe we are the one that can change him. I think it's that thing. I think she thought, okay, and as well you got to remember, like, these guys, they're not just coming up to these women and be like, yo, I'm going to sleep with you tonight. And they're like, okay, that's not... I don't picture it going down like that. I think for real, they are giving them sweet nothings in their ear. They're telling them all these things that they want to hear. Yeah, I could be with a girl like you. Yeah, just to get what he wants to get. She's now believing it because she's thinking he would be straight up if he didn't want it. And now she gets pregnant, and now you're like that. So I don't want to sit here and be like, he came up to this girl and was like, man, you got a bad ass, I'm gonna do it. And she was like, okay, and then she got pregnant. No, I don't want to believe that.
You don't believe that?
I don't believe that's what it was. No.
You think he whispered some stuff? Made her
and I think as women, we always want to be that girl that changed him. We always want to be that girl to get that praise that she changed him. He was a dog before her. Now he's like this because of her. And we waste our time. Yeah,
because nothing can change. Like, Beyonce got cheated on. Like, honestly, Beyonce got cheated on. So after that, I was like, no woman can change a man. A man is what could change a man. Like, he needs to be able to.
You say Beyonce, I say my mother. How about that?
Really?
My mother got cheated on, and she's a good woman. So if she can get cheated on, anybody can get cheated on. That's just what it is.
Oh, God.
And I think sometimes as well, some relationships, I think Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're better together and more powerful together than what they are apart.
Yeah.
If today Jay-Z and Beyonce broke up, they couldn't.
Who are they going to be with?
Who are they going to be with? Who's going to wife up Beyonce? Who's going to be with Jay-Z? You know what I mean? And like, and who? I'm sure there's a bag of guys that want to be with Beyonce, but chances are they're like this with Jay. How are they going to do that? It's like Kim and, well, no one takes Kim seriously anymore. So. I don't know how Kanye went there, but whatever, you know. But it's just like them breaking up now. She's now a mother, you know, she's got, 3-4 kids, and everyone knows that she was with Kanye. Mm-hmm. What's she going to, who's going to be with her now?
Yeah, it's also
she's
like
a normal guy, I think.
I feel like even with the normal guy, you'd be kind of intimidated. I feel like they'll be intimidated though. Like, how do I live up to a Kanye West? Like, how do I live up to a Jay-Z?
Well, do you really want to live up to a Kanye West when he said that slavery was a choice?
True.
And I love the old Kanye. I'm a huge Kanye fan. Old Kanye, like I think Kanye is a genius when it comes to music, and I'm not really a fan of his fashion, like the stuff he's doing, but as a musician I think the guy's a genius, but he's just made so many mistakes. I don't know, I think it's easy to blame the Kardashian curse, and sometimes that's what I want to believe what it is, but
I think after his mom passed away, that's when he just wasn't the same anymore. Yeah,
he went a little bit crazy, and I understand that because that's your mom passing.
Yeah. So like, let's say with the Kim and Kanye thing, people are blaming. Many people blame Kim for the way Kanye is, but at the same time, I feel like Kim held him down through all of that, through him even disrespecting her family online. Mm-hmm. She was there for him. But people keep saying it was, like, you know, her, she ruined him. Do you think that's also kind of like a double standard? Like,
I think the reason why they say that specifically with Kim is because they're looking at the evidence. They're looking at the men that come from dealing with the Kardashians/Jenners and what they've all come out like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look at the mom. You look at the guy that Kim was briefly married to, the Chris guy. Where is he today? You don't hear nothing about him. It's like he fell off the face of the earth. You know. You look at Bruce. I think with Kim, she's getting the blame because of the evidence of the trail of men who associate themselves with the Kardashians/Jenners and what happens to them in their careers or lack of after doing so. But do I think it's Kim's fault? Honestly, no.
No.
Do I think that maybe she may have contributed? Maybe. I don't know their marriage. Maybe he didn't want all the kids, you know? I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. But I feel like I feel like maybe they wasn't great for each other in the first place. and allegedly how they started out with both of them being in separate relationships and cheating on their partners.
Cheating on the partners, yeah.
It didn't start off of blessed grounds.
Yeah.
If I can say that, in a sense where it wasn't allegedly, as per what they say, if that's the truth, it wasn't they were both single and they just was like, hey, let's give it a try. No. Kim was with somebody else, he was with Amber, and they cheated. Amber even knew. She said Amber Rose herself has said that she had contacted Kim and told Kim to stop sending him pictures of herself, you know? So she knew he was in a relationship. She was in a relationship, I think, with Reggie at the time. Or somebody.
Oh yeah, is it Reggie Bush or something?
Yeah. And then the same, she cheated on him with Kanye apparently. And then while she was divorcing Chris, she was pregnant with North. And
it wasn't a good foundation to start off a relationship.
It wasn't a blessed foundation for it to go so far. But they came far. They came far.
Oh, Chicago is like...
Yeah, Chicago is beautiful.
Chicago
is beautiful. Psalms is handsome.
She has very beautiful kids.
You know, so they got beautiful family. It sucks for the kids.
That's gonna happen.
I think Kanye is really worried about North though. He doesn't want North, I feel, to be sold into the industry.
Oh yeah, cause I know he at some point, I don't know when, he was talking about how he didn't want her wearing makeup. Yeah. He didn't want her wearing makeup.
It's been proven that Kim has photoshopped her in pictures to make her look more appealing. Even when she used to make her wear stuff falling off her shoulders, like little spaghetti strap tops, and dressing her a bit too advanced or too old for her age. Like, let kids be kids, you know?
Especially in a world where there's some sick people. There's some sick people, exactly.
That's my biggest fear in life. For my kids to be.
I know, ooh, girl. So another point that we had was how men cheat, and it's kind of like that's just a man. As long as he's coming back to you at night, but then. And then obviously the famous kanga motema. For women needs to kanga motema. But a woman cheats, she is evil. That's one thing I really hate. And I told my mom this, like, my mom tells me I need to change this mentality, but it's gonna be hard for me to change it. Because I said, if my husband cheats on me, I'm cheating back.
No, if you can do it, I can do it too.
Yes, and my mom says 2 wrongs don't make a right, but I'm like, it don't make a right, but I'm still gonna do it.
You say that, but would you be, knowing that you are in love, you're married, right? You have kids, your husband cheats, would you now be able to go and actually have sex with another guy? Knowing that you're only doing it because you got cheated on. Not because you even have a connection with this guy, you even have feelings with. Will you just be able to be like...
Maybe I won't be able to do that fully, but I'll definitely go on a couple dates and make sure my man knows. And I would rub it in his face like, you did it? No, and I know my mom says it's a bad mentality, but I'm like, I want him to feel the same pain. The same pain that I felt. And like, it's easy, like I've also said, like, if you cheat on me, just leave me. Just don't even beg for me. Don't even, just cheat on me. Yes, just cheat on me. Like, I won't, because if I forgive you, it's for revenge. Like, I'm plotting my revenge. Like, I just feel
plotting, girl.
That's the bad thing, because being cheated on, I've never been cheated on, but
that you know of.
Yeah, but exactly, I know of. And like, just the thought about, like, I see other people's experience, and especially if we have kids, how can, I don't know. And I've also said that, I know this is bad, I've also said that if a man cheats on me when I'm pregnant, you're not even gonna see that child.
No.
Oh, I can't, Because I honestly, I was telling
you playing porn with the kid. The kid needs both the father and the mother.
I know. I was telling me and my friend were talking about this, and she's like, but the child didn't. And I'm like, but the child was inside me. Everything that I'm feeling, the child is feeling. So you cheat on me, and I'm sad, depressed. That child is now sad and depressed with me. So you're basically doing it to the child as well. So I was like, stuff like that.
Yeah, he is doing it to the child too. But I don't think now it should be like you ain't gonna see your child. No, you're gonna need him. You're gonna need his help. You're not gonna be able to do it by yourself all the time. You know, you want your children to have a relationship with their father.
Would you be able to easily forgive that? Like,
when I was your age, I would have been like, hell no.
You would have been like me.
Yes, I used to say I didn't want any more kids until I turned 30, and I was like, I want another baby, you know. But would I be able to forgive? Yes, because here's why. I don't condone it, but men cheat.
Okay.
Not necessarily go all the way to sexual intercourse. Anything that you don't want your partner to know or see, it is cheating for me. And for me, the biggest form of cheating is kissing, because a good kiss can change your mind. A good visual, if that guy comes and just lips, like kisses you too, and then he's stroking his hands through your hair, and he's holding you all here, and then he's got his hands down your waist, and you'll get all that tingly feeling.
Yeah,
that can change your mind. And on top of that, scientifically, allegedly, they say when you kiss, you have each other's salivas in your system for 6 months. So that's a lot of.
I did not know that.
Apparently so. So for me, that's a lot. A good kiss can change your mind, and that's passionate. You don't want to kiss just any and everybody. You don't know where people's mouths are big. You don't know if people got bad breath. If you ever kiss someone who's got bad breath and you do this, and you kiss someone, there's saliva, residue on your lip.
So what if they have sexual intercourse?
Man, listen. My grandma said to me, if you finish with every man who cheats on you, you will always be single. You always have single points in your life. And I think I would have to, as much as it would hurt me, I would be hurt, and he would know I'm hurt. It would not be easy. Especially if we have a family. More than anything else, I want my kids to have a stable family home. Right? If he is a good father, and he does what he does. Because honestly, at this point in my life, I want a man who's a better father than what he is a husband, if I had to choose.
Okay.
If I had to choose, I want a better father, because there's too many absent fathers. Too many kids doing shit wrong because they don't have dads in their lives, okay? But if he cheated on me in any shape or form, depending on how I found out, if he told me, I'll take that into consideration, because I believe that he wanted me to know it was hurting him, he had to get it off his chest. And if he's showing me that he wants his family, his actions after the fact is what would persuade me to forgive him. And it could take me one day, it could take me a year to forgive him. But if I see that he loves me, he wants his family, and he made a mistake, especially if it was just like a one-night stand, and there's no kids involved outside, I could forgive, and we could start off fresh. Because then I'll look at myself as well and be like, okay, I'll then have to ask him, like, why did you cheat? You know, I know it's not my fault, but I could have played part. Okay. We have to sometimes be honest and own up. Because, you know, us girls sometimes we're like, oh, I'm tired, and we come to bed with our hair bonnets, and, you know, like, you sometimes lose the va-va-voom in a relationship. And men are physical creatures. They'll look at a woman with a fat ass and be like, damn. They're not looking at a woman who's flat. They'll be like, oh, look at her heart. You know, they're physical creatures. You got to give them something to look at sometimes. And I feel that sometimes we can keep the fire alive type thing. Like Beyonce has that song Dance For Me. And one of the lines is, she says, I don't ever want to hear you say how it used to be. And for me, that line has always stuck with me since I heard that song, because I don't want my man to ever say, you used to be this girl, you used to do this, we used to have fun. What do you mean used to? So what now? Now you're just tolerating? Now you're just here to be here type thing, you know?
Yeah.
So personally with me, I would always want to I would always want to be that sexual visual thing for my man. But I would sit down and ask him, was it something I did? Were we lacking something? Where did you feel we went wrong? Especially if there's kids involved, you get tired running after the kids and this and that. There's a lot of aspects that goes into it. I would like to sit here and say, no, I ain't taking him back. I'm going to somebody else. Do you know how long it is to get to know somebody?
To get to know somebody, it is.
Especially if there's children involved. Introduce your family and all of that stuff. Do you know? Especially as a woman.
I think that definitely makes sense. I think with cheating as well, like you said, you're gonna ask what, like why, you know? And I think the why also matters into what, if I should forgive you or not. Like let's say you're at work and there's this one girl that you've been kicking it with, like, and this has been going on and now it's turned physical. It's gonna be hard for me to forgive that, because it's not just, it's not just
that one is different. That one is different. That means you could possibly have feelings for this stuff.
Exactly, and that's worse than, I'd rather get physically cheated on than emotionally.
Oh girl, high five.
Yeah, I've thought about that.
That emotional shit is something else.
Because yeah, you're with me, but you're thinking about her.
Right.
Emotionally.
But you're imagining her.
Exactly, that is so much worse than physical, physical cheating.
I think any type of emotional abuse, emotional cheating, those are the worst forms.
Those are the worst forms. So I don't think, I would definitely say for a situation like that, I don't think I could forgive you. I think I can forgive in one night stand. I've said this, I won't tell my future husband this. I think he never watches this. I will not tell him that.
He's gonna see this one day.
But I can forgive one time only and one night stand. I can forgive that. But if I also mess up, I expect the same energy.
But do you think that you would mess up though?
I can. The revenge in me is going to do it.
I've never cheated. I've never actually physically cheated, or even I don't think I've emotionally cheated. What has happened is I had a friend who I would go to speak with about issues within my relationship, and my guy at the time always used to tell me, that guy fancies me, that guy likes me. But whereas I've known him since really like kids starting to become teenagers, I never saw that. I really were platonic friends. Little did I know, especially the guy I was with, my friend didn't like him. And he did end up liking me. He did tell me he liked me. And I just felt so I felt so violated. Like, all this time I'm sticking up for you. No, we're friends, with this, with that. Like, all the advice you was giving me was it so I can go and end it with him so you can make a move. You know what I mean? So in that sense, some would say it was cheating because I was telling my emotions and my thoughts and whatever else to another man. Cool. If that's what it is, yeah, I've cheated. But to physically be like, I got a man, I'm sleeping with somebody else or living with someone else, no, I've never done that.
No, I don't think that's cheating. I know with me, this is a long time ago. There was this one guy who I was dating, and he started treating me like shit. And at the time, I wasn't somebody who would just leave. I would take it. Like, I was finding messages and I would pretend like I didn't even see it. He would flirt with people in front of me, like flirt with people to the extent of, are you in a relationship? Type of flirt. And I will stand there watching with my own two eyeballs and won't say anything. So that was the type of person I was. So then I ended up meeting this other guy who was so sweet to me. I went to school with the guy, so I saw him like every day. Was the guy I was dating. He went to a different school, so I didn't see him every day. So with the guy I'm seeing every day, and he's treating me like this, I ended up getting feelings for him as well. So I had feelings for two guys at the same time. I like two guys at the same time. But I did tell the guy I was in a relationship. He didn't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. But then I told the guy I was in a relationship with as well, like, this is what's happening. And he basically said, at first he gave me an ultimatum, choose him or me. And then he was just like, you know what, if you can have feelings for two people, I'd rather you not have happiness for me at all. So he just ended things. But I feel like I'm not in the wrong, because
How so?
he was treating me bad. He was treating me bad. Exactly. He was
But
treating
did you
me.
ever tell him that you felt this way though?
I told him.
You did. And
I
he
told him.
acknowledged it. What did he say when you returned him?
He'll make me feel, he's one of those guys, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he's one of those guys that will make you feel like you're crazy. You're crazy.
Oh, he did the psychological shit.
Yeah, like we're friends now and we speak about it. Like we're friends now and we speak about it. we speak about it. We're friends now, and I spoke to him about it. I was like, yo, like that was like, why would you, like that was wrong. And he was just like, oh, you know, like it was just a joke. Like when I was asking those girls, that girl, it was just a joke. I was asking her for my friend. So, you know, and then again trying to make me think, like now I know, like shut up.
What you need to do is erase that boy's number. He ain't your friend.
Yeah.
You're gonna treat me right as a girlfriend, but you're gonna treat me right as a friend.
I'm like, I guess I'm just
You need to stop welcoming bullshit.
I need to.
You are welcoming bullshit. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, as a big sister advice that I could give you, that situation, cut him off.
Cut him off?
Friends for what?
Yeah, like I always have this thing, I never try to end relationships on bad terms. Like, I mean, that was a bad...
No, bad terms, but I understand. No, it doesn't have to be bad terms, but you don't have to be friends. If you walk him in the street and you see him, oh, you're right, how are you? Yeah. But to have your number and be like, oh, you did this to me, like, why am I even explaining it to you? I told you at the time you didn't care. Why am I not going to tell you?
That's true. I guess because we've grown up, and this was years ago, we've grown up, and like he's apologized for the part he played in everything. He's apologized, and now I just see just a friendship. I'm like, okay, maybe we weren't meant to be. And your face is, I don't know how I think, girl. I'm just like, okay, I like moved on from that, but it's just interesting.
I really do hope you have moved on, because you're a beautiful girl. You do not need a fuckboy like that.
I don't. Yeah, I have moved on, because I'm just
and
like.
if he's watching this, you are a fuckboy.
So that was the one time that I guess I cheated.
No, I don't even count that as cheating.
You didn't even count that as cheating? Because I never
really
did
young.
anything. Yeah, I was really young.
And you know, it's not even just being young. Like if you're used to someone abusing you in any way, and then the moment you get someone showing you a little bit of positivity, even if the intention, you see, my thing is, what are your intentions behind every action? Are you being nice because you're actually nice, you actually care for me, or are you doing it because you see that I'm vulnerable and you can benefit from me? What are your intentions? Don't tell me you've liked me all these years, and you know, they even come to you and they'll tell you stuff like, oh, the first time I saw you was you were your friend, and your friend was wearing this and you were wearing that, and like, okay, and was that the moment you decided that you were going to come and fuck up my life? Because they're trying to twist it like it's a cute thing. It's not a cute thing. It's not. It's just like when men go, oh, it doesn't matter, man. We can break up, but it'll be like a year later, and I'll be thinking of you, and we always get back together. Yeah, because your demons can see I have angels, and you're trying to take.
That's how men are. Like when you're doing good, that's when they want to pop up. Hey, big head.
There's anything that can save some in a relationship is that.
Do you think men can get pussy whipped?
Oh, hell yes.
You think?
Hell yeah.
The same way girls get stigmatized?
Yes, especially a man who feels like he has a girl that's not on his level. Like, he's lower than her, but because he's financially stable, that's how he can keep her, and then he'll start getting paranoid. Where are you? What are you wearing? Who are you with? What are you doing? You know what I mean? When a man is doing all of that, half of the time it's because he's pussy whipped. I even hate that term. I hate to say that word. P word. I like to say fanny or vagina. He's fanny whipped. He's fanny whipped. Yeah, I believe men. Yeah, but men don't show it.
Men don't
they
show
like to be Teflon, gangster.
I did have a friend. He was in toxic. I think it was toxic. I personally think it was toxic. And I'll ask him, why can't you leave her? No, his answers. the fanny is good.
Oh, okay. Big up to that girl.
Yeah, and honestly, and she,
Good for her.
oh yeah, and he would just tell me these, like I had to like go off on him one time because she made him cut everybody off. Every female friend that he had, cut him off.
Oh, you mean like men do to us?
You know what? You're right. You're right. Big ups to her. But because I was his friend, I felt like, really? But I am like, I was like, really? But then I also was like, okay, maybe she'll get better. She never got better at it. She now started making him stay away from his male friends as well. It was just about.
Oh no.
Exactly, and I remember
that's toxic.
It was very toxic because then I remember meeting so one of our friends came from a different city, and he came like here to visit, and he was there as well. So my friend was there as well, and I was there, and his girlfriend was messaging him like, you better not be with any girl. I'm actually about to pull up right now, and if I see you with any girl,
Then what?
and I was my ego was like, let her come. Cause now,
First of all, we need to let men be men. You can't be texting a man and threatening him when he had pulled up.
she did. Like I looked over his phone, and I just saw a long paragraph, and I was like, oh, someone's in trouble.
Does she beat him up too?
I honestly feel like she probably did put his hands on him because he was he just seemed so scared of her. He just seemed so scared of her, and I felt really bad for him. And then when I did cuss him out, it was because he kind of started doing, I guess he started rebelling against her in a way. Like, but it's like, why do you even have to rebel? Like, just leave her.
Cut her off.
Just leave her.
No, but, well, you know, he might really like her, but she's just toxic. Like anyone who tries to alienate you from your, you need to have a life outside of the relationship.
You need to have a life, yeah.
You need to have your own life. You can't be each other's everything in that sense where you don't have a life outside each other. You need to have a life. Before you met, you had a life. You know, you need to do the things with you and your friends, she with her friends, and all that stuff. When somebody starts telling you you can't have this, I can understand a man saying, listen, you see your friend there? She's a bit loose or whatever. Because men know.
Yes.
They know. They'll get around their girlfriend's friends and be like, that girl, she's trouble. I could sleep with her if I wanted to. If a man says that to me, I listen because I feel like they know. Okay? But he's not now going to tell me I can't have any friends and then tell me I can't be with my family. No, that's toxic.
That's toxic.
But it's coming from a man or a woman that is toxic. You do not want that in your life. You start getting depressed. Your whole world revolves around. That's a narcissistic behavior. That's what that is.
I think so.
Narcissistic behavior. Gaslighting you, making you feel that what you think is crazy, you're too sensitive. Why do you think like that? It's not that. Oh no. You see what you said your friend was doing to you when you guys were together? Making me
feel like I was dumb. Making me feel like
gaslighting me. That's not. Is your friend still with the girl now?
He's not with her anymore, but I don't even know. He has changed. You know, he's changed. And
it's women like that will do that to a man, and then he'll now turn around and start mistreating other women.
Yeah, you know how I said he started rebelling. It got to a point where this is unreal. Like I'm not even gonna try to force a friendship with you anymore. Like I don't even want to be friends with you anymore because it got to a point we'll see each other. He wouldn't even say hi. He would say hi when she's not looking. To the point where I was just like, I don't even care. Don't even say hi to me. Like I think he messaged me. He was like, why did you do that? And I went off. I was like, that made me feel like I'm a side piece. Like why did I ignore him when he tried to hug me? I was like, that made me feel like, how can you, when she's not looking, like you don't even have the balls to stand up to a girl and be like, oh yeah, this is my friend. Not even stand up to her, just be like, this is my friend. You don't even have the balls to do that. You have to try and hug me while she's not looking. What kind of shit is that? That's very disrespectful, even towards her.
It is very disrespectful.
Like and it made me feel like, am I a side, like I'm not a side chick, I'm your friend. I was so angry, so I was just like, don't even talk to me about this girl. Clearly you like to be in this, you like it, you love it there. Cause
yes, it's the Stockholm syndrome, they call that, where, they know it's bad, but they can't leave for whatever reason. A lot of women go through that as well. So when I'm hearing that a guy's going through it, it kind of shocks me a bit.
He went through
men are
it.
technically meant to be smarter,
Yeah, because he's a friend. I feel bad for him, but if he wasn't a friend, I'd be like, big ass girl. Do one for the girls.
City girls one up.
Yeah, city girls one. City boys down.
A hottie or whatever, like, I don't claim any of these stuff. But yeah, city girls one up.
City girls one up.
I think, before anything, I'm human, and I feel like certain things, it's just not nice to do to people.
It's not good.
I wouldn't want my son going through that, and I wouldn't want my daughter to go through that, so I can't okay it, but hopefully, he's not too broken from it. Hopefully
I think he was.
Because men are really more sensitive than us. It's just that we show it more.
We
if
show
the
it
man
more.
could cry every time he was angry or upset, especially got to do with love, oh man.
That's why men, more men commit suicide than women.
Depression.
Yeah, more men commit suicide than women. Because men don't
the man
express
cries,
themselves.
he's a bitch.
And I think that's a double standard that needs to kind of stop. Even as growing up, like, even as Congolese people, a boy crying, exactly.
It's toxic.
Exactly. So that makes the boy feel like he cannot express himself.
That's very toxic.
It's very toxic. So it starts off like that, like even just little things like that. So then they're never gonna be able to like express themselves. Like I actually want a guy who, I guess, is sensitive, because I want him to tell me what he's going through. Like it's hard when at least with every guy that I've been with, they don't express themselves at all. It's like they're going through something, but they're not gonna say anything. If they do say something, it's gonna be when it's the last straw, and then they just.
That's like I worry for my brothers. I have 3 brothers. They're all younger than me, and I worry for them because they are black men in the world living in a world where already so much is against them just by default. Okay, then they're dealing with everyday situations because life is different for women and men. Okay, life is cheaper for a woman than what it is for a man. All right, and I worry for them because I feel like they feel like, especially having African parents, they believe by a certain age you should already have this, you should already be here, you should already do this, you should already. And it's not like that. We're not growing up in the same information as them. Life is different. Not everybody wants what you want as well. Even with us women, not every woman wants to be married at 30 with 5 kids. Some of us want to be traveling the world. Some of us want to be making businesses and doing this and doing that, and that's okay. But I worry for my brothers and my cousins and black men in general, first of all, because if they don't accomplish what they feel they need to accomplish by whatever time, who do they turn around and speak to? Going to a therapist is not normalized.
It's really not normalized.
Community. You go to a therapist, you're crazy, you're baby boomer. And that's not even what it is. You're going to a no judgment free zone to have someone, first of all, just listen.
Yes.
Without replying. And then give professional advice as to what you could do and how you can do it. I believe one should have a therapist anyway.
Yeah.
Even if, when I get into a relationship, whenever I get into a relationship going forward, I would like for my boyfriend and I to have a therapist. Because people always go to them when things are bad, and then it's maybe too late to save. But if you're going there from the beginning and you're learning about each other through this third party, and they're suggesting things to make you guys stronger, and you're trying it out, then you don't have to go when things are bad, because you already know that we can resolve this conflict like this,
And bad things can be avoided.
Yes, a lot of things can be avoided, and I really, really worry for my brothers, because I know they're good men. I know they're hardworking men. They're very smart men, and I just don't want them to feel like less than or haven't achieved or anything like that because it's not what society says or our parents say or whatever the case may be. A girl who don't care for them goes, oh, you bum ass, you know, this, and now he's gone inside of him, and that's how he's feeling. No, I pray for them. Like, I just sometimes wish I could hug them, like, tell them it's gonna be okay. Like,
do they express to you things?
If I tap into it, they know. My siblings know how I am. I'm probably the most family orientated one out of all of us. I'm the one who's always forcing, like, I'll make the WhatsApp chat groups.
Oh, really?
And you'll see, I'll see them leave, you know, it gives a notification, this person has left.
Really?
So what now they do is they mute those notifications and don't come into the chat once they mute, you know what I mean? I'm very family orientated, so I try to talk with them. I'll try to, like, you dating anyone, how you feel about any girl, like, what you want to do in life, what's your plans. Like, my youngest brother, his name is Pierre. I speak with him about what he wants to do with his career a lot. And as of like the last 2 years, he's really tapped into his entrepreneurship, and I love that because he's very smart. And he's working with companies that's teaching him how to trade and how to do this and how to do that. And he's the fact that he's so academically smart, I know he can do it.
He can do it.
And on top of that, he's a gorgeous boy. Like, gorgeous. He's 19, no, he's 20, he's going to be 20 this year, if I'm not mistaken. And he has big plans, and he knows how to save. He's not out on the streets anymore. Like, he had his little phase, you know, growing up, and now he's not like that anymore. If he's not out to make money, he's at home learning. You walk into his room, he's got things stuck on his walls, like, I guess you can call it like affirmations.
Affirmations,
you know? Stuck on his wall, make 20 million, or make this, make that, do this and do that. And I walk in and I'm just like, wow, yes, you're onto something. And now you think any girl is going to get with my brother and tell my brother he ain't nothing?
They're gonna have to fight you.
Oh, no. She don't know how many sisters he has. That's why she thought she could have you fucked up.
I think one thing somebody was saying, I was on Clubhouse. Have you heard of Clubhouse?
I have, but I don't understand. I barely understand TikTok.
Really? Well, I was on Clubhouse and we were talking about something, and the conversation of how women speak to men came up.
It's very important.
Yeah, so basically they were saying, as women, we tend to cuss out our men in a way that if he did that to us, all hell breaks loose. But we will make them feel like, even saying you ain't shit, a man saying that to you, a man, like, that's deemed as normal. Us saying you ain't shit to a man, that's normal. A man saying that to a woman, hell no. So
I agree 100%. I agree.
Yes, at the end of the day, a man is still a man, in a sense of don't make him feel less than a man, because men.
Right, even going back to when you were saying your friend, the girlfriend, texts him, I'm about to pull up, and I'm like, and she's gonna do what? He's still a man.
He's still a man. Yeah.
You're gonna fight a man now. When he hits you back or pushes you to protect himself because you're in his space, now he's the bad guy. But you came up there wanting to, you know, make him look like a fool, beat him up and everything, but now he can't, like. That's a double standard there, I feel. That's
a double standard, like the hidden as well abuse. Oh, like.
Yes. Maybe abuse a lot.
Some women. There was a woman here who poured hot water on her husband.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
And.
That's like throwing acid at someone. That's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear.
Apparently that's common in the UK. People do that.
It is. That's why it's one of my biggest fears, girl. Nothing to me unless you have attacked my child. Attacked me in any way. tried to kill my parents. Like even then, to just like, be like, I'm gonna spill acid on you.
It will be in a, like, if I do it, it will have to be in a sense of like a robber comes to my house and he's trying to kill my whole family type of ish, and then I just get acid and I throw it, like, you know.
Yeah,
that's like,
it was the only thing there.
Yeah, it was the only thing there, then I'll throw it on you, like I'm trying to protect my whole family.
I pray I never get to a point in life with anyone for me to want to be so revengeful. Being revengeful is, for me, it's
it can be dangerous.
It could be, yeah, and it's very evil. You know how you're saying you're gonna get him back,
like I think about, I wouldn't
feel that way because it paints you in a bad light, because it shows that you will sit here and think of a way to hurt the person.
Yeah.
Most men are cheating. They're not thinking my wife is, or my girl is going to find out and I'm going to hurt her. They're just thinking for the moment with their...
That's why I need, like I said, I need to change that, but I'm just thinking about how hurt I will be, and I just want...
I think you will. I think
the emotional, yeah, like I said, the emotional pain of things, that hurts. Like, and I'm very, I'm the type of person, I'm very sensitive. Like when it comes...
Taurus?
Yeah. How did you know? I'm very sensitive, and when I love somebody, I love somebody. So if you, so if you do that to me, all I'm saying, like, how do I make you feel how I felt? In the way of, like, I'm just, because I know I'm a good person.
Walking away will make you feel that way, knowing that he no longer has you. You don't even have to do all of that.
But what if he doesn't care? Oh, that's, I don't even know.
He will care.
He will care.
He may not care yet, and then one day he what you can do is accidentally bump into him looking all good with a guy, then, you know, he'll give a damn. This guy could be a cousin that he doesn't know. You know what I mean?
That's true. I need to change that.
I'm gonna get revenge.
I need to change it, because everybody tells me, even my mom is just like, shut up. Every time I
don't even think with all those emotions you'll even have that energy, girl. You won't even have.
Maybe I'm just saying that. Maybe I'm the type to take it back easily.
But if you ever come to live it, which I hope you don't, but should you ever come to live it, because I've been cheating.
I'm a call you. I'm gonna be like, okay, this is what happened, girl.
And I'll be like, girl, we're gonna dress up. We're going to epic. You know we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that. But you won't have the energy to do it. It's not even worth it. It's
maybe,
not, like,
yeah. Maybe from the outside looking in, I'm just like, I see it, and I'm just thinking the worst of it, because it hasn't happened to me, and like I see other girls going through it, and I'm like, well, that could never happen to me.
I got to pull up, yeah. You know I'ma show you love if you pull up, yeah. Promise you won't be no dub if you pull up. I promise that I won't let up.